project with Nihort, a case study examined by Nigerian Association of Technologies in Engineering NATE, and under the umbrella of Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, COREN. He was registered as a member of NATE, subsequently a member of COREN. Can we clap our hands for this? He was registered as a member of NATE and subsequently a member of COREN. Engineer technologist Onyema Usheshuku is also a member of Oyo State chapter of the COREN Monitoring and Regulation team under the agriculture sector. Can we clap our hands? He is the incumbent national president of Association of Agricultural Technologies of Nigeria, ATON, having previously served 2 terms as a branch secretary and subsequently as a chairman of Nihort branch. Please, at this junction, I want to request the permission of the HIDI, ably represented by Dr. Akintoye, to please allow all the ATON members here present this morning to please rise to our feet in honor of our incumbent president to echo sustaining agriculture through technology. Thank you. God bless you. As an irrigation engineer, Engineer Onyema has attended numerous local conferences and trainings in engineering and irrigation, as well as an international conference on irrigation known as International Conference on Irrigation and Drainage, ICID Abuja 2025. I think we can clap for this. Please, if you are doing better. With institutional support to his irrigation team, he has designed and installed some field in Nihort. With micro sprinkler irrigation systems, installed and adopted drip irrigation, permanent rain gauge line in 1 or 2 fields, and other initiatives for the sources of irrigation activities in the institute. What a contribution to the institute. Can we clap for him? He has also designed and installed both drip and sprinkler irrigation systems to some farm outside the institute, all to his credit. Please, can we clap for this? Engineer Uche has served with various team members and committees in various capacities, both inside and outside the organization. He was the tax officer for the purchase of distribution of diesel at Nihort between 2019 to 2022, a role that gave him a nickname, Nihort Petroleum Minister. Those days, even up to today, he also served as some technical committee members between 2020 to 2022 during the Nihort procurement process. Additionally, he served the CICS Electoral Committee for 2 consecutive terms as a secretary and under the chairmanship of Dr. Oyedele, and also served as CICS Electoral Guidelines Committee. Can we clap for this? And also as a team member of the Horticultural Academy for Youth, known as A, with the support of his team. Can we please clap? Outside of his professional and work commitment, Onyema Usheshuku is a devoted Christian of the Anglican Communion. He served as the church board secretary for 7 good years and still serving as the treasurer of his church over 6 years to date. Please, can we clap? If you are clapping, please do it better. Do it better. I think he deserves it. He is currently the financial secretary of an NGO known as the Global Center for Healthy Relationship and Leadership. He is happily married with 1 wife, and they are blessed with love. Please, let's do it better. Let's do it better. If you are clapping for it, better. I think we can do it better. He's happy into traveling, reading, meeting people, singing, writing, etc. He has written some books and also authored 2 Christian novels. Please let us clap for this. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome on board our seminar presenter for today, engineer, technologist, Onyema Chukwu Usondu, Chief Agricultural Technologist, our seminar presenter for today on the seminar topic, climate change, mitigation and use of sustainable irrigation system for food security, Nihort, a case study. Thank you, happy listening.
While studying with the existing protocol, permit me to recognize the president, or in absentia, the man who has contributed immensely to the irrigation system at Nihort, who is passionate on linking research outputs to horticultural stakeholders, represented here by Dr. Ishe Akintoye. Permits me to recognize in absentia the presence of the Executive Director, Professor M.L. Atonda. I also want to appreciate all the IMC that are here this morning, Nihort staff. You are all welcome to this seminar. I want to also recognize the presence of an IG Imam, a friend of the Institute, farmers representative. Thank you for being here, sir. God bless you, sir. The topic of today is what we are all witnessing it, just like air around us. We can see the weather, sunny now. Before we know it, it will start raining because of a lot of things causing that. So to do justice to that today, with the topic climate change mitigation and use of sustainable irrigation system for food security is Mr. Onyema. So please join me to welcome him on board as he presents the seminar. Thank you.
Good morning. My family is coming in. Good morning, the Executive Director, Professor M.L. Atonda, ably represented by Dr. Akintoye, the chairperson for this seminar presentation, IMC members, entire staff, all guests which we introduced later, including my family. Good morning. I say good morning. Good morning. Good morning, sirs. Good morning, mass. So we want to journey on this topic. I don't know how many minutes given to me so that I will know how to run. You know my 15 minutes. Okay, my time starts now, so that I will know how to run. You know my profession is irrigation. It is on that irrigation that we need to concentrate. So if you see me jumping through slides, is on the interest of time, so that we really communicate what we are here for today. Our Oga ED represented has said it all. We are into climate change indeed, and we need to equip ourselves because of the change, so that we can be able to get it right concerning food security. Next slide. So this is the presentation outline, staff list, introduction, definition of climate change and mitigation, 10 years weather data from Nihort Meteorological Station. We thank them for that. The concept of food security, definition of irrigation and sustainability, various types, method and system of irrigation, the concept and major components of irrigation system, Nihort adopted irrigation systems, significance of irrigation in food security, achievement of irrigation unit in Nihort, economics of Nihort dry season production irrigation activities. We use Oko as case study with Nihort standard. Nihort irrigation yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Conclusion and few recommendation and acknowledgement. Next slide. This is the staff list. This is the wonderful irrigation team. Can we clap for them? Somebody called our attention to this. Please don't be afraid of this. Don't be afraid of this gun that is facing us. We will explain better on that. So, introduction. In Nigeria, hunger is on the increase, which all of us are aware of it. And there is a common saying that says, a hungry man is also what? An angry man. And you can take it the other way around. An angry man is also a hungry man. So, as stakeholders in agriculture, thank God Alhaji Imam is here, and all of us that are here, scientists, technologists, and all of us here, we want to start from our little corner to also contribute a little quarter to alleviate this hunger that is biting seriously in the system. So on the topic, climate change, which we are moving into, is global warming. Somebody says ozone depletion, which has been experienced for some years now. And for some people, especially in this southern hemisphere, in the north people that are used to it. I don't know how many times the rain falls there, I don't know, but they are used to irrigation system. But in this part of the country, before we depend so much on rain-fed irrigation system, and we know the days, the months, but things have changed. So even in that, there are people in other religious concepts. They say that the world is coming to an end. I don't know your own content. We are here for food security, whether the world is coming to an end or not, for some people's belief. But we are here that climate change is real and is happening to us. So, next slide. In that case, we have to
all right, our executive director is online watching. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So, this is our plan B to mitigate this climate change as well of irrigation. So, which is sustainable for year in, year out in agricultural system. So, we want to look at into various irrigation systems that can be adopted by farmers. These are based on affordability in relation to their sustainability and adaptability in order to prevent harvest losses, thereby leading to food security. So I just want to say this. When we are talking about acceptability and adaptability, what goes in for a small scaleholder farmer will be different from what goes for a big-time business farmer. So what we say that is sustainable for a big-time business farmer may not be sustainable for a small-scale farmers. Alhaji Imam can testify to that. So we want to look at various adoptable irrigation systems, both at the upper level there and the lower level. Any class of farmer should benefit. So a way of definition, climate change refers to long-term shift in temperature and weather pattern. That shift can be natural due to changes in sun activity at large. It can be weather, it can be summer and all the rest of them. Next slide in the interest of time. And it causes by human factors, it is caused by industrial factors, it is caused by natural factors. Human factors in the sense that the burnings we are doing, even in our house, in our bush, in everything can constitute it. Industrial factors, emission of gases, and all the radioactive emissions. Natural factors in the aspect of volcanic eruptions and activities. And the study of climate change is known as climatology. So all factors necessary for germination, such as water, temperature, oxygen, light, water, humidity, nutrition factor, are being threatened by this so-called climate change. This is the effects: reduced rainfall and prolonged drought. And it's happening. The August break, if you can watch August break this year, it has a different pattern. I don't know whether you observe it. August break this year has a different pattern. In those days, August break, we know it is maybe sunny, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But this one now, just like Oga said, you may be moving to Dubai. Maybe you are not with your listing. Before you know it, the rain will fall. Yesterday I was with my Oga, my friend. He said, I will not listen to you. This rain can fall anytime. Don't deceive them. Before you know it, the rain started falling. It's a different thing altogether. So that is climate change. And I also want to tell us that Nihort now forecast. And I was discussing somebody said, is Nihort God? Before, Nihort will forecast, and the forecast will come to reality. Now, Nihort's forecast, I think in April, there will be flood everywhere. There's another recent they forecasted, I think it's in July 1 to 20 something. I don't know. At the end of the day, we didn't see anything. So that is climate change. Let me move forward in the interest of time. We know that's heat stress. The heat now we are seeing in this part, when it starts coming up, you run away from the whatever. It's not like that before. Let me run because of my time. Okay, so thank you. Climate change mitigation.
25 minutes.
No problem. Whether it's 25 or whatever, we do justice to the topic. Thank you. The climate change mitigation, we are talking about engaging and applying various methods, strategies to reduce this adverse effects on the change, to make something less severe and painful of the situation. When climate change comes with excess unpredictable rainfall, excess flood, drainage system is for mitigation. When it comes with unpredictable rainfall, a dry spell, much heat in temperature, irrigation is adopted. But in this aspect, we are looking at that less or unpredictable rainfall. or dry spell. Next slide. I was saying before that we give kudos to the meteorological station that helped us to collect data for like 10 years. Though the 10th year, which is 2026, is still ongoing. So we collected data from year 2017. Had it been we know, we would have collected from year 2016, but all the same, it's just to justify that there is climate change. So we collected that data from year 2017 to year 2026. And the parameters there are relative humidity, temperature, and rainfall. So this is for year 2017. This is for year 2018. This is for year 2019. This is for year 2020. This is for year 2021. This is for year 2022. This is for year 2023. This is for year 2024. This is for year 2025. And we have few months for year 2026. Just to paraphrase, and we are looking at it so that we can justify. And we came up with this this graph, and it's telling us that there is plus 1.8.6 centigrade for the decade in this rising of temperature for maximum, and 0.5 degrees centigrade for the minimum. We came up with this annual average relative humidity declining from 2017 to 2025, minus 3.2% in that decade. We also have this as annual rainfall for those number of years, and it is in that order. We experience here that we have highest rainfall in 2018, and that was able to give us that pictorial diagram, and also this. So the concept of food security, which is also part of the presentation as our focus, according to FAO 1996 World Food Summit, is trying to let us know that if you are talking about food security, it is when there is a situation, people at all times have physical and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food that meets their dietary needs. We have 4 dimensions of food security. One is having physical access to food adequate supply. Then, availability of food, number 1, having access to it. Number 3, utilization to the body, safe food, not anyhow food. Then we're also talking about the food being regular, stability. So that gives us to this in a pictorial form: food security and nutrition, the availability, access, then the use of our body, and stable supply, risk reduction to environmental sustainability. So we also put it in this form. Left-hand side is the availability. This is the access. In between, on the middle is food security, stability, utilization, and stability. So we want to look at definition of irrigation and sustainability, which we all know is artificial supply of water. We can supply it with our tubes. We can supply it with our pumps and spray in order to supplement the rain-fed agriculture. And for way of definition, sustainability, according to UN definition, is talking about meeting today's need without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So, if you bring it down to our sustainable irrigation system, we are talking about using good method or process in applying water to our field, crops, meeting today's need in the farm without wasting water, without affecting the soil negatively. So that is what we are talking about when we are talking about sustainability, and having available resources to carry on for the activity for a long time and making profit and still stay in the business for like 10 years. So we look at two major aspects of irrigation, the drip and the sprinkler system. And this is the advantages and this is the disadvantages of drip irrigation system, which we all know. We move to a field of drip irrigation system in Nihort. These are the advantages and disadvantages of sprinkler irrigation system as the two major we practice here. Then this is our field which we demonstrated sprinkler irrigation system. Then the concept and major components of irrigation system. If you want to go to business of irrigation, number one is your source of water. I remember those days, it came to a lighter mood of contention. Somebody came to us, he said, you are the Minister of Water Supply in Nihort. We said, no, we are not the Minister of Supply, it is the utility, heavily led by your guy, Dogu. He said, no, we are the one. We say, no, you are the one. Please, sir, ED, by a lighter mood, by the reason of this presentation, you tell us who is the minister and the ministry of water resources in Nihort. But what are we trying to say? For you to go into irrigation business, number one is water. Whenever we are called to provide irrigation for the system, what we are looking first is the source of water. If there is no source of water, it becomes difficult. Otherwise, we provide. Thank God in Nihort, water surrounds us. And in those areas, water did not surround us. The system or the management has provided a borehole system. So if there is no water, there is no irrigation. So the water can be river, streams, it can be borehole, it can be well, it can be dam, it can be any source. So far, you have a sustainable water system, you are good to go in irrigation. Then the next concept is your suction line. The suction line picks up from where you have your source of water. The suction line can start there, continue with our water pump, or the water pump can pick it up from the water source connect to suction line, depending on the environment. So we have the water pump, we have the power source. Even though you don't want to use the river, if you want to use a reservoir, a pump, a power source will also carry the water to your reservoir. So we cannot neglect the power source of the water. Filtering unit is very essential, especially for drip irrigation. Delivery line main line, lateral line. We also have sub-main. So what are we talking about? There is a line that picks it up from the suction line to the delivery line, main line. From the main line, we connect to laterals. And all these things work with junctions, T-junctions, elbow junction. They vary in capacity. Maybe 1 inch, it can be 2, it can be 6 inches, or our connectors, valves. Even at the source of water, there is also a valve we use. We call it foot valve. So we have so many valves, control valves. We have so many other accessories. So the recipient of this water we are generating is the orchard, or the farm, or the nursery, or the block. Next slide, we put it in this form. From this is the source of water, our suction. From there, controls, filter unit, and all the rest, different valves. And this is the recipient, which is the farm. So we looked at some irrigation systems as adopted irrigation system by Nihort, which are classified and adopted and modified so that they can meet the irrigation and sustainable needs of our time. We have one inventor here, Dr. Ogo Alamu. Is he in the house? So he's the #1 inventor of this concept, pocket perforated irrigation system. In this, what do we do? Make this pocket close to your plant. You perforate it maybe 1 cm up. Then we put it like 10 cm close to the plant. And you fill it with water. Just find a way to fill it with water. It can be a layout form in whatever. But just find a way to put water. It will drip for like 2 hours. And you can do it once or twice in your farm and you are good to go. So this is another adopted irrigation system. That is why we brought this. This is not too common. This is not too common, but we're able to install it in Nihort farm. Yes, sir. You can play it as a video.
This is rain gun irrigation system designed by the irrigation unit. It is a system that is being designed and laid out on a permanent form, in the sense that in this pineapple field, as we are seeing, we have 6 installed rain gun at different strategic positions, so that each rain gun that is rotating should be able to overlap each other. They are installed at 20 meters interval beside each other. So in this pineapple field now, with this system now, it has made the work easy for us. I want to appreciate our God Executive Director for encouraging us to have this rain gun at this point in time. I also wish that with this concept,
No, we don't need that. We have communicated already. So I want to let us know that these 6 installed rain gun irrigation system laid out in that order is being powered by 5.5 horsepower pump at the same time. We didn't use a big pump, even though the pump is sitting inside the bush. It's being powered by 6.5 horsepower pump at the same time. So how did we achieve that? We look for the principle of pressure boost, in the sense that 3 inches by 6.5 or 5.5 horsepower is being arranged in that order, and we do our reduction in terms of coupling to reduce from 3 inches to 2 inches to 1.5 inch. That is why we are able to have that pressure boost. So with your small pump, you can irrigate your farm 1 acre or thereabouts with this system. Thank you. We also have another system which all of us know. This one was brought to Nihort and we adopted it. Though because the headquarter liked mechanical, they have gone far. It was the outstations. I don't know the Delumbato. Sorry for that misconception somewhere that we are not there again. But I know the Delumbato outstation and lot of outstations in the north adopted this, and it was working for them. And for small scale holders farmers around also adopted it, and it's working for them. This is especially for small scale holders farmers. These are the accessories. This is 1 inch pipe, the delivery. This is 1 inch pipe, the inlet. This is the pump. It's a manual pump. We drive it like this thing. For those of us that want to be going to gym, you don't need to go to gym again. Buy this. Your gym, you don't need to spend money on gym. This one is settled. Within 30 minutes, 1 hour, you have irrigated 1 acre of your land, and you not spend money on gym again. So this is it, and let's just have a little video to it. When you pedal down gently, not by force. So if you do it by force, you will have cramps here and there, have fatigue. But just they do inyanga like this. They do inyanga, they do inyanga, they do inyanga. The thing will just flow in that order. So that is it. Next slide, please. So we borrowed this modified system from Dr. Lufumi, in the sense that when we are having that drip for citrus, there was no factory fitted materials for that field, especially for 3 crops. So that is why we did this. We adopted it to our system, used these materials to also design for 3 crops. And the beauty of this, it lasts longer. These materials last longer than the industrial perforated 0.5, the other for the pepper, for whatever. But this one, we use our own design. You can perforate if it's 3 meter by 3 meter, and we are good to go. So next slide. This is also micro sprinkler irrigation system, which we'll also design. We also designed this, as I said before, 5.5 horsepower carry this. This one carried over 30 sprinklers at a time, and we are good to go. Okay. If you have communicated, let's move to the next slide. So, significance of irrigation in food security. Number 1, increased crop yield, all year-round farming, mitigation in the current climate change, as we are seeing it now, consistent harvesting, and better income. This is achievement of Nihort irrigation system. Thank God for our ED. and the management that now irrigation has been recognized as the backbone for dry season. At least the citrus can testify to that, as well as other units and programs. There is availability of irrigation equipment, materials, and accessories as we stand now. Then permanent install systems, we have it. Unlike before, we are moving up and down our materials on daily basis during the season. There is now a harmonized budgeting. When the IFC is doing the whatever, they harmonize the budgeting as well as capture irrigation. Then, alongside, we train ourselves. Most of us are yet to go there, go here, but we train ourselves and train IT in the system. Then there's opportunity like this for us to stand as a unit. It's a real privilege, and we appreciate the management and the ED for this. Then want to encourage everyone. You can do Ogo production. You can do tete. You can just try something to contribute to the system to alleviate poverty. So we look into economics of dry season terrestrial production, and it's encouraging. It's encouraging, though we are concentrated on our irrigation side, but we want to look at it vis-a-vis in this production and see what the yield came out with the standard Nihort of system of doing it. So that's the cost of input, that's the pre-planting operations, what he gave, the actual planting operations, what he gave. We look at post-planting operations, what it gave, and cost of irrigation is there. At the end of the day, we see that a farmer on 1 acre of Ogo, within 8 to 10 weeks, all things being equal, can go home with 1,653,300, having spent the 1,860,700, and having this income. I'm not in the aspect of economics, minus and subtraction, but this is what we're able to do. At least we have tried. My Oga HOP, if there is any question, ask my Oga HOP. She's the director of the economics. Thank you. We want to look at our history. Where did we start? Where did Nihort irrigation start? Just like I said in the citation, we got handed over to our then Oga. You remember Mr. Sajos, you remember Mr. Agombi, you remember, even when we applied, if you can flash back, our pioneer staff of Nihort, if you flash back, even before we are deployed, we are still new staff. So even to my late Oga, of blessed memory, Nyashekola, this is where we started. I don't know if somebody can remember. There was a time irrigation unit was named clam packing. Every time clam packing were born. When the clam packing were born, irrigation for that day is no more. They begin to mock at us. Even I remember one Oga, they say, you people should go and do deliverance for this your clam packing. Every time clam packing. And there was no faith, there was no confidence on the irrigation unit and the team because of that clam packing. So we're able to look at our yesterday irrigation and the materials we used. These are the materials we used. These are the old centrifugal pumps we use. It's there in the workshop as an archive. I don't know what the system we use them for. We have been there. But this there is our archive. Then this is where we are now. This is where we are now. We have a modernized pump, which we are using now. We don't have a problem of clam packing. So we named that yesterday irrigation clam packing irrigation. So today we name it self-prime irrigation. In the sense that We are not having problem with ground parking again. So this is our pump. Once Oga Memule and OJ gets there as early as 6 o'clock, they will just do the revised pump. The water will flow back, self-prime, they will just keep bam. The water will turn to the field. So this is where we are now. This is the pumping machine we are using. This is when I mentioned about 6.5, 5.5 horsepower. This is it. We use coupling as well to reduce, to boost our. We are aware of all this when you get to vegetable block. This is where we are now. And this is where we are looking to management help us. This is where we want to go. This is our dream for irrigation in Nihort. Want to make it easy for everybody. ED can stand in his office, or we can stay in our office and begin to control. Just like we are having an automatic pumping machine now, automatic our motor, you know the difference. We just stay there, press some sensors, and you see water in the field. Wah, 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 wah. So this is our expectation. And don't ask me a question on this, because this is future. I never reach there, but this is my dream. I want to get there with the permission of the ET and the management. We will get here. Somebody say amen. When you see these people, do you know them? Ola they here. It's like a farm manager is here. Mr. Bolodro, the biggest man in town. This is our team. Men at work. It's like I'm here. Boyegin is here. Mugule David as well. So, this is when we are making installation of rain gun at Pineapple Orchard. Will I say, maybe the mid-day. So, thank you. In conclusion, I think we have done a little justification to the topic. The concept of climate change is now obvious. Let me just chip in this. If you are into agricultural production, especially from Nihort as case study, there should be a consideration for this, so that there will be a breakthrough for food security. Because especially at the early stage of the plant production, just like I said, something will just happen, and it's like somebody is stuck in the system. So for all stakeholders in agriculture to be able to have a breakthrough in food security and nutrition, there is need for a plan B, sustainable irrigation system backup, in order to bridge the gap of climate change. Hence, the need for this topic to be put into action is now. We have a few recommendations, just like I've said. One of our guys, we are calling me 2-3 days ago, said, what can we do? Your topic is now speaking. I said, no problem, let's help out the situation. So, before you are planting in the season like this, make sure that you have a plan B, make sure you have a backup. Then, we need more manpower in that unit. Then I also wish to recommend that external funding in form of grant can be sourced for the system, for the unit, for irrigation, so that we can cover more areas in the system. We appreciate the establishment, our ED management, but irrigation, to start with, the cost is high. That is why we need external funding and grants to move with. So, we have vehicle now, but we need mobility, autonomy to move on. And just to add, we need short-term or long-term training, exposure outside the shore, so that we can know the modern system of irrigation. I want to acknowledge the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, for this privilege to stand to give this presentation. If I'm the most blessed, if there is anybody most blessed in Nihort, I'm the one. Because if not God, I would have been in 6 feet. Yes, I know what I'm talking about. We experienced it 2-3 times. But God said, no, you are Bogumo. OJ will understand better. We are Bogumo, we are one of the Bogumos. Thank you. We give kudos to our Executive Director, Professor Emel Atonda. I told him 2 days ago, I said, Oga, he's hearing me, and I will repeat it. I said, Oga, if anybody works with you, he's not wise. I don't think he'll be wise again. Am I communicating? Yes. If you work with Professor Atonda, you are not wise. You can't be wise again. Because when he brings his fight, I told Oga, this is a good fight. Because you are bringing out the giant in us. But some of us, we did not understand. I say, Oga is fighting you. Let Oga fight, no problem. But he makes me to stand on my toes. Yes, he's even the one that brings us back. You remember those days? Irrigation is in every department. It's in every unit in Nihort. They are buying their own this, they buy. Say, no, we have a unit here. Let them work, Jari. We bring everything together. He said, let them work. My friend see me and say, I cannot do your work again. Go and do your work. So we thank him that he has made our head to rise in the system. We thank the management for supporting. If not for your support, I don't think we can go a long way. All the IMC members, thank you very much. Then the head of department, my Oga presently, I called her the mother, my mother, because in the course of this, she did not sleep, she did not rest. She said, bring it now, let's look at it now. Let's adjust this, let's adjust this, let's adjust this. So I also appreciate my former Oga, Dr. Dioye. So the head of program, farming system, Dr. Eme Badmos, she's here. Even she called me and said, how far? Have you done this? Have you done this? I said, hey, Judy. They said, hey, Judy is there. You get it right. Thank you, ma'am. Even before we presented this seminar, she's #1 person that looked at it in the departmental before we did that. Thank you, ma'am, for taking us as the way we are and helping us to move forward. Then to all farming systems program staff, I want to appreciate you. We have different units in farming system. The meteorological, where is Gaudu Banjo? And Tironde is here, all people in farming system. Thank you for supporting us when we requested for that. They did not make it difficult for us because we are together. We have other units, even when we are doing we also supported different units, say, let's look at this graph, let's look at the other graph. My brother, Engineer Kazim, even from other, we are working together, both in the workshop, and everybody work together to make sure that we move the system forward. All the workshop staff, heavily led by him. Thank you very much. Even in the animal section and everybody, I want to appreciate every member of staff, Dr. Lufumi, every member of staff, I can't remember one after the other. We are all working very well. We are all cooperating very well to make sure that the system moves forward. Please, if I did not mention your name, don't be offended. I wonder how sit now. I remember everything. The irrigation staff, I would put that. Can you rise up for recognition? The irrigation team members. Yes. Let me speak my own. Whenever they are there, I'm happy. Because a tree cannot make a forest. I give Busa to you. Thank you. The farm manager, we are all one family. Is Mr. Bono through here? Even there, Ogama too. Then we work together. Even there, Mr. Bukola is here. I don't know whether he's here. We work together. All farms. Okay, he's here. All farms together. Oga Fola is here. When we look at him those days, say, continue, I'm with you. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. All farm management staff, all farm manager, thank you very much. We all work as a family because we are working in the field. Aton! Aton! Sustaining agriculture through technology. This is part of the family that made me. I remember when I was the secretary there. That is where we started. So my chairman, I appreciate you. Even the ESCO members, Mr. Shitu. You know one thing with me, I can write 100 scripts in one day. But tell me to type, you have killed me. Yes, I can write 100 scripts, but this typing, I hate it. So when he comes, I say, please help me, help me, help me. They help me, Mr. Shitu, Mrs. Bejide, all of them, they rally around, and all adult ESCOs, all members, they put it together for this. Then the health team also brought it up. Our guy is not here. Where is our facilitator? It's not here. All the health team members. Then professionally, Pastor Williams, Mr. Lee, I didn't allow them to rest. I say, put this picture here. Put it here. I say, no problem. We are going to put it. Put it here. No problem. We are going to put it. So I appreciate everybody. I don't know, please, if I didn't mention your name, don't get offended. Please. And to my wife, she's here. And to my small baby, you know we are wearing the same uniform. Today is like a blue day. Even Oga Fola is wearing blue. Baby is wearing blue. Blue. Today is a blue day, which shows love. So, okay, Oga Emma, Union agree. You are here, sir, and your team. Thank you. We partner together to make sure that, and I've recognized Large Imam, we partner together to move forward. Thank you, and thanks for listening.
Has done justice to the topic climate change, mitigation and use of sustainable irrigation systems for food security, a study of Nihort. Can we please appreciate him? Thank you. Thank you. Sir, may I have the permission of the lady to make my comments? Thank you, sir. Once again, I want to recognize the presence of Mr. Fola and Mr. Popola. It's nice to have you in our midst. Thank you for coming. Yeah. The topic handled by Mr. Onyema, climate change mitigation and use of sustainable irrigation system. In the course of his presentation, he gave us the definition of climate change. We can all see climate change is around us. It's evident. The definition he said is a long-term shift in temperature and weather pattern. He also told us about the causes. It can be natural, it can be man-made, it can be due to industrial activities. Also, he mentioned the definition of irrigation. He told us there is a sufficient supply of water to complement the natural rainfall. He also mentioned mitigation. Mitigation are those activities that we can perform to reduce the effect of climate change. He also went ahead to tell us, to give us weather data that were collected in Nihort. Can we appreciate the Institute for that? He was able to collect the data. He was able to give us the trend in temperature, in rainfall pattern throughout that period. We appreciate that work. He gave us the annual rainfall trend. He also mentioned the definition or description of food security. I just pray that we get to that level, because before we can get to the level of food security, is a high thing, to maintain, to have physical and economic access to food. Not only that you are seeing the food, you have the money to buy it, and the food is sufficient, it is safe, and it can also meet your preference. If you want to take milk, milk is available for you. That is what it is telling us. Then he also tells us about sustainability. Sustainability, in my own simple terms, is living your own life and also allowing others to live their life. Not that you finish everything, you don't care what happens to the coming generation. That is sustainability. When we live our life, we must also give over to the coming generation. He also showed us the types of irrigation system, the major components, and he also talked about the adopted irrigation system in the institute, achievement of irrigation unit, and I also want to mention, specifically mention the contribution of the Executive Director, Professor Emil Atanda, to irrigation system in the institute. This I pray that God will reward him. Then he did all this stuff and giving us the theoretical aspect. He also went ahead to show us economic data on the economic production of economic data on the use of irrigation to produce ugu, that's the area. He gave us the profit that we could make, that could be made from 1 hectare or 1 acre. 1 acre of ugu. If you put all the resources together, you'll be able to make about 1,653,300, as an estimate. Then he also talked about Nihort yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And he gave us an analogy of gland packing, from gland packing to self-prime irrigation, where we are now. We are getting better. Then we are moving to smart sensor irrigation. That is our future outlook. We are all going to get there. And to get there, we all have to make our contributions. Sustainability. What are we doing now? We must continue to do what we are doing and continue to improve on what is on ground. I pray that God will help us. He also made his recommendation that manpower is needed, funding, both external and within, their mobility, then training for the staff. He also mentioned something that I'm also happy about, finally, that the Institute has put the irrigation system of the Institute in the budget line. Can we appreciate the management for that? So, having said that, I would like to hand over the microphone to our Executive Director to make his comment or ask his question, after which we pass over to the IMC for their comments and questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam. And thank you, Osondo, for the presentation. With few comments, I will start from where you commenced your seminar presentation. You are saying that the world will come to an end. I yield the paradise to you. So, having said that, you see, you mentioned that NIMET's forecast at times is not predictable. And I remember there was a time I was going out, they said there would be no rain. And rain beat a lot of me at that day. So, but having said that, what can we do as an institute? That we can plant at any time of the year. Most people are focusing on dry season production now than rainfall. We planted some few vegetables about a week ago now, and we are now experiencing some level of dryness, even at the peak of rainy season. Also, you mentioned that you mentioned sprinkler irrigation, but you didn't talk much or dwell in sprinkler irrigation. By now, we should start thinking, what, as an institute, what can we do if we are moving towards drip irrigation? This should be part of our plan. Even it can be 5 years plan method that we can, so that we'll be able to get there within the required time. You mentioned about external grants. You are the one to write the grant, too. Yes, certainly, he is the one that you have to write the grant, because we believe that you should know much better than we do in terms of irrigation. Those are my few comments. I hand over the mic back to the chairman.
Thank you, sir. Can we appreciate the executive director for that comment? Now, I would like the members of the IMC to make their comments, starting from Dr. Bisi Ume.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I will start by thanking the speaker, because they say in Igbo land that when it comes to the dance and no woman knows about, he can never falter, she can never falter, because it's what
have other IMC members. So after Dr. Badmus, I will.
Yes, thank you so much. I want to also join others to congratulate Mr. Uche. I want to stand. I've been sitting for a while. Thank you, the representative of the Executive Director, Dr. Tue, for your comments, as well as that of Dr. Ume. And may I say at this point that some of these things being mentioned are not something that Oga Uche can naturally on his own do. For instance, the issue of encouraging all-year irrigation facilities, as I mentioned, this has to be in the budget. They have to be mobilized because most of the time these things are usually done ahead of time. So I think it's coming back to the management that we want to encourage the units to be having their activities all year round, and they need to be mobilized for that. The same thing applies to the suggestion by Dr. Ume on making sure that the orchards in particular are irrigated at all times. This is a long-standing challenge that's no fault of the irrigation system, but as being mentioned, thank God for this irrigation, it's something again that I think the management would try to look at. And in terms of coming up with the proposal, I think myself and the HOD, as well as the head of the unit, will try to come up with a position paper, if you don't mind, position paper on the need to, put all these things together for consideration for management so as to be able to, empower the unit to do even further than they are doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Badmus. Before we move on, I want to quickly ask a question from Dr. Oyedele. She is watching online. Our question is this: in view of the low cost attached to the bucket irrigation system shown, how best can this be transferred to fruit tree farmers, and how sustainable is that? How can we transfer that to the fruit tree farmers, and is this sustainable? That is Dr. Oyedele's question. Please answer that, then we move to the audience.
Thank you, ma'am. I think acknowledge all comments, all recommendations, all advices. But I want to talk about drip irrigation. We have a plan for drip irrigation system, just like we have a plan, just like we had plan for sprinkler and vegetable block 1 and 2. There's a proposed plan for drip behind the old farm office, Spices orchard. There is a borehole that has been sunk. So for that purpose. So that's our plan, and we are working on it. So most of the questions here, or most of the comments here has been answered or redirected from my HOP. But I also want to say that in our report for 2025/2026 dry season irrigation activities, we highlighted some of this issue, and our Oga, in his wisdom, reached out to various units, and it was minuted back to us, and we have also minuted back for the necessary modalities to be carried out. Just like my HOP said, the management also will help us. The issue of a grant, I think we have a grant unit or grandparents, sir. They can also help us to. Is it not in that order? Okay, I write myself and give to them. Okay, I write my proposal and give to them. We'll come back, sir, so that you know how you lead us, sir, so that we will not do mistakes. So, fertigation, as Dr. May mentioned, we did that. Dr. Obo, is it in the house? Okay, Dr. Lam is in the house. We did that some time ago when Dr. Afulayo was in the system over there in Letutu. I still have a component of that fertigation in my office. So we did it, but just like Dr. VC said, we will revisit it. Though we did one drip for home harvest harmonics some time ago, but we did not incorporate that. So, Dr. Oyedele's question, I didn't understand it fully. Okay, pocket irrigation system. Okay, that one is sustainable. It's very, very sustainable. Just like I said, the inventor is here, but let me contribute. Maybe he will say also on that. We learned from him, and we have been practicing it. Even if you are going to football field, opposite the football field, is there. So what we did here, in conjunction with them, is to have a storage tank. We filled it with water, and it's now supplied to those buckets manually. But there's also another system whereby we have a layout, according to the farm, layout in the sense that we put taps or valves at strategic positions according to that layout. Then we use 1-inch pipe. We use 1-inch pipe in the sense that one person can use that 1-inch pipe and fill like 50 buckets within a short period, another person 20 buckets, another, a layout order. So we are practicing that somewhere now. So it's sustainable. It's sustainable in the sense that that bucket, you will use it for years. So far, there is nobody tampers with it. There is no human whatever. It will last for years. I don't know who has practiced it. It will last for years. Sir? Yes, after a certain level, you can even withdraw your buckets. You can withdraw it and you can use it for another orchard, another farm. So it's sustainable. The only issue there is some people have not seen that one, to have a layout. If you have a layout for it, it's easy. And if your drip drop has established, just like Oga said, you can withdraw the buckets and move it to another place. And it's sustainable. Thank you.
Need to withdraw the buckets. What happens during the dry season?
When the plants have been established.
Because the citrus I have in my building, I water it using that system during the dry season. So I don't withdraw buckets. And it fruits gradually and fruits efficiently. So I believe the bucket should stay and maintain well established, more than 15 years.
Thank you, sir. Do we have any questions from this side? Mr. Adewoye, Dr. Alamu. Yeah, can we have two? Mr. Akola, our farmers representative, Alaji Imam. So in that order, can we please, and somebody help us?
Good morning, sir. I want to appreciate Engineer Uche for that good presentation. My own is not really a question, but observation. During his presentation, he made mention of kickstart manual operation irrigation. I discovered that time it was about around 2019, 2020. Dr. Apolline was the one that really advocated for it and was bought based on the need assessments for that for the institutes. But I now discovered that maybe because of the new technology now, we are able to show us where we were before, where we are now, and where we are hoping to get to. I just want to look at it that if probably maybe there are some challenges that make that all these things have not been fully used. Like I was on a team together with our executive director. We look at it that there's some obvious a lab, all these things were just abandoned. Nobody uses it again. And when you get to the store as well, it's totally abandoned with everything. And I remember that this thing was bought about 52 units at the rate of each day about 50,000 naira. So if this thing could not be used again, even for an institute, or maybe it can be given to maybe a small scale farmer with the help of the management. I just looking at it that as an institute, once you requested for a particular equipment, we must make sure that we use it so that it won't be a waste of effort or a waste of resources on the base of the government. So I just want to ask Engineer Uche, is it because it's trainers? Is it because it's mechanical? Is it because it's what? Why is it that it is not fully being put to use?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me. If I decide not to talk, that means what we are trying to project may not be meaningful. It's saying, ìrírí náà ló ṣàgbà ọgbọ́n, ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà lẹ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, ma'am. It was when all chiefs were down that we started thinking, how can we do this? And because that's my PhD project, you go home, you will not be able to sleep. During the dry season, how do you manage this thing? I have my colleagues there that helped in the something. But you see, for a 9-liter bucket, we use 17 minutes to drop the water, depending on the size of the hole. Dr. Ume is here. He took me to Benue State just because of that technology. Then who says it's not sustainable? And I say, the moment you water a week, the thing is sustainable. It will sustain the plant. When I did it, I now see flourish of plants. And we have sold it to people. But it now depends, and I tell them, just go and buy 5 dozens of buckets. If you water today, you are not going to water. If you have 200 plants, continue to water 60 every day. By the time you will find it, you will have sustained if you have 200 plants. I think that is what I want to say for you. Thank you very
Good morning. Once again, I want to appreciate
Executive Director, ably represented by Dr. Akintoye, the chairman of the seminar, Brother Omar, and my brother, VC in the Research Institute. How are you, sir? Well, I have two phases questions. One for the institute, the second one for people like us who are outside the system. Because all the presentation is meant for we in the system. So I want to see, I'm asking Engineer Uche, how adoptable is all these things we are talking about to practical farmers? I want to say this without mixing words, sir. Presently, we don't have any location as we speak. Rain, no cable. The saying, Ipako, Shaki, axis. As we speak, they cannot plant. All the maize planted, gone. As we speak, I came back from, Ipako 3 days ago. So what are we now seeing? Because no rain, no drizzle, forget about rain, nothing. So how can we help those people around that area? Then number two, your analysis based on the collection from from our base here. Why don't you extend your chanticles outside Nihort, so that when you are giving this kind of a seminar, at least you can punch it with what is happening outside the west of Oyo State, because it is not part of Oyo State. It's saying Shaki axis. So as we speak, no rain, no nothing. That is one. Two, you are talking about filtration in your system. Because I remember that when we came into the system, we have deep irrigation with these small, tiny plastics, tubes that they use. And they are using this normal pump that you have showed us to power all these things. And we don't see anything like filtration. Why do you need to do your filtration before you use it for drip irrigation? That is one. Two, have you considered, working on the field with the kind of system you are adopting for your drip irrigation? Because if you don't have the proper layout, and we are talking about main line, lateral line, and what have you. When you are talking about main line is not supposed to be seen. It's supposed to be buried in the soil. So that by the time you want to use your hard-moving equipment, it won't affect it. But the picture you are showing us, everything is at the surface. So, what are you doing about this? Thank you.
I received the management of Nihort. Please, can we have a round of applause for Nihort management and staff? So a few days back, just about 2 days ago, I was with Dr. Putin, and he was saying that we are grateful that when we call you, you are always with us. And I said, please call me once, I will answer you twice. This is the reason. While listening to Engineer Uche, I call him Engineer Dr. Uche. While listening to him, it was going through my mind, which one is best appreciated by me? Is it the seed scientist in Nihort? Is it the weed scientist or irrigation scientist? All of the above. Thank you so much. Yes. These are great men and women in Nihort. I appreciate you all. Please, thank you. Having said that, this you mentioned rainbow, and I want to know whether you meant design by now, because that was your exact word. A few people now design rainbow, or the one you bought from Chinese, or you mean the system you are using designed by you, but not lingo. I want you to explain that to me. Yeah, then this manual pump. I had people scorn when it was, when he was talking about the manual pump. Look, Nigerian farmers are facing hell, and I should know, not only being a leader farmer, but being a practicing farmer. But he quoted 950. I don't know whether he did that 2-3 years ago. He mentioned fuel, 950 naira. As of today, it's 1,300. And I can assure you, before this regime goes, it will go to 1.5. Don't say, let's buy people say how. Look, your naira is weak. Your naira will continue weak because we are not producing enough to eat and export. That's the major problem we have in the country. If the naira is strong, we'll be buying fuel at 500 naira, 200 naira. But the way we cannot, our economy is not working, that's why we are where we are. As a farmer, sir, let me talk about the manual irrigation. You don't need solar, you don't need any form of energy. And farmers, even if you are elder farmer like me, even if I have the best of powered, energy powered irrigation, I can still use that because it will be useful for small holders and even we big time farmers. Thank you so much.
Nobody is saying the bucket irrigation system is not sustainable. It was just a question that has been tackled. Thank you.
Thank you. Noted. We are encouraged to get data from outside Nihort. Then, say, why do we have to filter? Things are changing. My men can also testify that even our sprinkler heads, yes, even our sprinkler heads, the river that surrounds Nihort is not under our control. The river that surrounds Nihort, the stream or whatever, I don't know the right word, that surrounds Nihort, it's not under control. My men can testify. Sometimes even the sprinkler will be irrigating, the small particles of sand will just block the nozzle of that sprinkler. You will not see sprinkler, instead of it to rotate normally, it starts to misbehave. When you now unscrew it and do something like this, you will now see sand that has blocked the nozzles and that has disrupted the perfect rotation of that sprinkler head. So that is why there is need. Things have changed. I don't know in those days, we don't know, but we are seeing it differently now. Sometimes we use something like mosquito net to put at the river or the mouth or the foot valve